All right, I think one of the things that's made our players so successful over the years, especially our young players that we've brought through the ranks, they're wedges, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's not just on the course, the quality of their wedges and what the wedges have done for their score. It's been what it's done for their entire swing. Okay, it's taking a high lofted club, having it low and flighted, and understanding how to have efficient impact.
Yep.
It's understanding how to control your low point. It's understanding how to have club face control throughout. Now, we were discussing this today, and what's made our players over the years so successful with their wedge play. I can think of, Bo Hostler back in the day. What an unbelievable wedge player.
Cameron Sisk.
I think Mason Anderson.
Incredible wedge player.
But when you watch them all do it, they all have a look like they're throwing a medicine ball.
Yep.
That's one thing. It's really from the core. Okay, now this is more of a medicine ball toss than really any other club, and here's why. And we keep that feeling throughout with all the other swings too. But the big thing about a wedge is the hands and the body really can move at the same speed, and you can actually remain connected because it's the least far away the outside horse is from the inside horse, and they both can stay much more connected. I remember we talk about this all the time. You get the longer clubs out.
Yep.
Hand speed's important, right? But for consistency with wedges, keeping a rhythm and having that rhythm be consistent and having the pace of your body's turn be moving your arms and hands, it's crucial. So you and I were thinking back to the drill that Dad and I used to do all the time.
Yep.
It's timeless. We've done this with all of our young players.
Great for us, great for you guys.
So Mike, let's simulate it here. So Mike's gonna grab this grand bucket right here. We don't have the medicine ball up here on the range with us. We're gonna pretend like it's a medicine ball.
Right.
My dad and I would at first, we started out with like a 6-pound ball when I was really young.
Yeah.
When I started getting stronger, we went to the 8-pound ball. And then we went to that 10-pound ball, and we kept hiking it up, And Dad, we had a lot of medicine balls in the house that were just increasing in 2 pounds. But here's what we did: we'd go about 15 feet apart. Mike is going to set up as a righty golfer here, and so am I. Now, here's what we would do. We'd engage the core. We would never arms it. We would always stay connected and below the shoulders. And here we go. We would go back and forth like this, and I would be right here, and he's controlling this with the core.
Using my core.
Boom. Ready?
Really feeling it all together.
And what's cool about it, guys? Check this out. If I was disconnected, go ahead and throw me one here. If I'm disconnected here, ready for this? And I arms it and I body it out in front, guess where I throw it? Weak right.
Yep.
But if I have that thing connected to my body center, I reduce the runoff, it stays with my core, I'm right here, and I release it right down the line to Mike. And look at that finish, nice and connected. How about that one, huh?
I'm pretending like this thing is about 8 pounds here, and I'm just gonna use my big muscles to get it moving.
Yeah, you're doing good. You look good doing it, buddy. But here's the thing. You know what Dad would do then? Before we enhance the weight, we'd start enhancing the distance.
Oh, wow.
And we'd start getting longer, and all of a sudden it was more body turns here, okay? And that was an incredible way for me to build the swing. And listen, I mean, it works for everybody. I never was the biggest guy. This was really important for me to grab on.
Oh, yeah.
But what it did is it helped me grab the ground. It helped me really feel stable, and it helped me turn on the muscles in my golf swing I needed to turn on. So we now get the wedge out. We saw that motion, and watch how much this motion looks like that motion. And look at that ball flight, Mike.
That's just beautiful. I mean, that's exactly what we get when we do it right,
It's a quiet club face. That ball took off at such a great launch right there. We're into the wind, straight downhill today, and that ball was leaving right here. Very flat ball flight. And what do you notice about the low point?
Right.
Always ahead. Now, low point, a lot of that has to do with setup.
Yes.
Connection's big, but the setup, right? I'm going to use that alignment rod. Mike, illustrate the top of the pendulum, sternum and nose, according to that rod. So pretend like the ball's right here, guys. Watch what Mike does with the setup. He's not going to be wide with the stance. He's going to narrow the stance, and this is where now more of outsides of feet to the outside shoulders. If it was a full wedge, now I had a real small one. What would you do, Mike? You'd even get narrower.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. We always talk about how the width of the stance is going to remind you how big the swing is and how far you're actually hitting it. But what do you notice about Mike? Look at this. If I'm right here and I hold this, what are you doing, buddy? You're just turning right around those points, okay? So there's no lateral movement here. And what do you notice about Mike's lead hip? Go in there again, buddy. If I were to go behind you, this is the anchor point here, right? when he turns to the top, look at, he's, if anything, almost pushing into it,
Oh,
not
yeah.
moving off of it. And I think that's an important thing too as well. But after you have a stable base and have an anchor point or that lead leg post, after you keep your sternum and nose on top of that ball, after you have the right ball position, which is underneath the top of your
Yep.
pendulum, you want to make sure you remain connected. If we don't stay connected, here's what happens.
Oh boy.
Golf club hands move to the top. That is not the medicine ball throw.
No.
And what happens is here, now I have to catch it back up and I stall my body, I stand up, I back up
And really anything can happen from there.
to allow the hands to flip it and catch up. And what Mike said is spot on. People will go, gosh, guys, I'm so inconsistent. I hit it thin, I hit it fat, and I hit it left, and I go, hold on.
Yeah.
You're doing the same thing, just getting a little drink contact every time, because here's why. Here's the heavy, miss the ground and rise up into it. There's
Yep.
the thin, and then, oh, by the way, make some contact. The club face was lost. There it goes left over your shoulder.
You engage that core, you
Yep.
get that stable lower body in that setup, and all those problems go away. You guys will start hitting the top of the golf ball right down in front of it and start flighting some great wedges.
Absolutely. And one thing, I'm just going to defeat the question before it happens. I'm going to
Yes.
answer the question before it happens. People are going to ask, well, what about the hinge? Well, the hinge is happening gradually. We always talk about that. Look, there's leverage between my lead arm and club. So as I'm using my left shoulder to push the handle away, yes, there's a little set to that wrist. I don't actively feel it as much as I do
Yes.
when I start to get to the longer golf clubs,
Right.
because of the fact that I'm already set up to create it. And that's something that's important to understand. The arms and hands are close and under me. There's a little angle between that lead arm and the club, and I'm gripping down on the club, so there's angle there. When I push away,
That angle's all
natural
you
leverage
need.
creates, and I definitely create a little bit of angle there, no doubt, to be able to then have a little better angle of attack. But let's just show them one more here, right?
Well, and the great thing is when you're using the medicine ball, you're not using your wrist. You're not getting wristy, right? When you do it right, you do it from the core, those wrists are pretty much locked in and we're moving everything together.
Absolutely. So here I am again. I just get in here. I have a little weight on the left side. I have a very narrow stance. I'm not in a very far shot here. And it just feels very much body.
Body and body.
And that one
Beautiful right there.
was very pure right there. And that was a very unfortunate time to have that wind gust come up with that sandy lie that I just had, because I just gave myself a really nice shower right there. But I will tell you this, it was ball first, so I'm good. And I had glasses on.
The medicine ball, guys, it's a real feel. It will change your wedge game and change your golf swing.
Absolutely. I think everybody should do that. Junior golfers, get after it with your dad. And I'm telling you right now, it'll make a huge difference for you.